War Eagle.
War Eagle. Greetings, Silver fans. How's it
And War
going?
Eagle.
And War Eagle. This is the Silver Vikings coming to you live from parts, well, all over the place, really. And welcome to the live stream for Silver Vikings. It's a big night. Night before the inauguration, we got football on TV, so we're trying to hit it during the halftime. But I think the game's probably starting up. Bills and the Ravens. Let's go Bills. Personally, that's what I'm pulling for. But we just wanted to have a quick live stream. There's no sense to hold it back.
21-13 with 5 minutes left.
Oh, really? At 5 minutes
in the third quarter.
In the third quarter. That's what. So we're going to be finishing time for everybody to get to the fourth quarter. I want to give a shout out to all of our fans. Shout out to Boss VR. That dude is awesome. We love Boss VR and Caddy Wampus who isn't here. Love you, brother. Mr. Fantasy, Lyle, son of Lyle, and Larry, son of Larry. What great names we have. Shout out to who else we shouting out to, Lyle, son of Lyle?
Let's give our man a shout out. Big supporter of the channel in the Silver community. You were just talking about him.
But Mad Stacker.
Mad Stacker.
And also, he's not here now. I don't see him in the stream. But Capital Currency. Love that guy.
Capital Currency's awesome.
Love Capital Currency. And all the Silver Stackers out there. You guys know who you are. Pirate Stacker.
Silver Dragons.
Friends of Silver Vikings. We love y'all. It's been a long time coming, but here it is. Drum roll, please. It's going to take a second to focus. Best to start in and then pull back.
It's not supported on Safari.
Here we go. Focus camera. The Trump Triumph coin. Regardless how you feel about Trump, I know I've had mixed emotions about the man, but on July 13th, 2024, you cannot deny they tried to kill him. And when he was under fire, he stood up with his hand in the air and say, "Fight, fight, fight." And in the words of Zuckerberg, that was just badass. And Lyle had the idea that, you know what, Silver Vikings really needs to kind of dust off the dust and get back on the horse. And let me tell you, this was not an easy thing to do. So you may ask yourself, how is something like this created? Well, let's look at it's called the obverse, or is that the reverse? We got our trademark Silver Viking V. And around the edge, let's see if it'll focus in here. Come on, focus camera. It was focusing for. There we go. Can we read that? It's probably backwards. Anyway, it's supposed to be 3 fights. Only one of them really came out legible, but it actually, I was pretty proud of it. But that right there was not easy. And to show you kind of some of the progress, the first one, this is what the silver we use looks like, by the way.
Woo, look at that silver.
Oh, yeah. So this is the prototype. I still got it. It's a little on the heavy side, but that is just hideous.
That looks so cool, though.
Yeah, it's got its own look to it. The back came out better on that one, but man, the front is pretty gnarly. That would be called the prototype. This is the certificate of authenticity for the number one that we have, and it is one of a kind. Without question, it is one of a kind. You might ask, is it for sale? I think it could possibly be for sale, but when you hear about everything it takes. So I'll just give you a quick rundown of what it takes to do something like that. First, we started out just with the famous picture. What is his name? Evan Vici, the photographer who photographed that. It's the AP photograph. Took that photograph into Photoshop. Really turned down a lot of the color, so there's just a lot less colors, right? And then I was actually thinking about launching Photoshop, but I'll just show you the SolidWorks. I'm going to share my screen real quick if it'll share. Bada boom, bada bing. Present, share screen, entire screen. We're going to share screen number 2.
Uh-oh.
Can y'all see that?
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's really cool.
Okay, so yeah, this is a program
awesome.
called SolidWorks. Okay, this is what I use for work. It is actually my personal software. This is on my home computer, and to be honest, this is not the final draft. So this is the one that had the Triumph down at the bottom, and the fight was just too small. That didn't come out, and I needed more room. But to finish it, I ended up on my work computer because this right here was just so heavy. The image itself. And the way I did that is in different layers and different depths and thicknesses. And the polish, what's that, Mr. Fancy?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Layers, man.
Yeah. So when I gave it a polish, that's what kind of gives it the different levels, give it the different levels of shine here. And but to get to this point, so I didn't draw this by hand in SolidWorks. What I did in Photoshop, I used these solid colors. I degraded the color gradients down to just a handful of colors. And then I selected those colors and I converted the selections to paths. And then I saved the paths as Adobe Illustrator files. And then I opened the Adobe Illustrator files into SolidWorks. And so the raster was converted to vector at that point. Yeah, and then it spent a lot of time in here. Not easy, to be honest. And so then you also have to kind of design in the way that the silver is going to flow into the mold. I ended up turning it around, and we can see that in the next phase is when you export from, I got to pop over here to this screen, and y'all can tell I do this all the time.
It's really
boo.
Looks like a statue.
It does, doesn't it? And it is kind of like a statue, isn't it? And then I exported out of SolidWorks into a stereolithography file, a STL file, and import that into the printing program. And it's really a slicer is what it is. And but this is where you lay out things like these little sprues, which are so important to allow the air to flow. And it creates a bunch of slices. So if I was to hit that button and make slices again, we don't need to do that. But it slices it up. It slices the 3D up, and then that's what it sends to the 3D printer. And then from the 3D printer, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen now.
Hey, Larry, son of Larry, Boss VR is.
I'm adding Boss VR. What's up, Boss VR? You are live. Hey, let me tell you something. Boss VR, I know you're kind of notorious, so be sure and watch your language on the live. I'm just kidding, buddy. Love you. Thanks for being here and being on our screen.
Hello.
You're what? Yeah, man, you are cool. I love your hair, by the way. It's looking good these days.
Thank you. W, Larry, son of Larry. W.
W, is that a W?
Yeah, that means like good or cool.
It's totally a W. So
Boss
actually, you know what?
will translate this to the younger generation.
Thank you. And we need that. Actually, we are in bad need of that. So here's a couple examples or a little bit of a view of some of the things it takes. I had to make a flask. So this is the flask I made. I actually made it out of a piece of iron pipe. After you 3D print, here's an example of the 3D print. It's actually, I think you can still see it. You can see me. This is painted, so I 3D printed and painted it. And you can see I brought the way the pour comes in from the side a little bit. The 3D print, I used that to make a rubber mold. And nice. This was kind of one of the early prototypes of the rubber mold. This was just testing to make sure. I have spent years trying to figure out what sort of rubber I could use because I knew it was possible, but every single thing I tried wouldn't cure up whenever it touched the resin from the 3D printer.
Can we see the finished product again real quick? I don't think Boss VR's seen it yet. This is what we're talking about.
This is the Trump Triumph coin. If it'll focus camera. There we go. MAGA, that's right. MAGA, and as much as I like MAGA, I'm even more excited about MAHA. because we have just got to start getting healthier, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
I don't
right,
know about,
Maha.
yeah,
What
I
is
don't know.
wrong?
Maha
Make
is
America healthy again.
healthy again. So I actually, to be honest, I was kind of a Robert F. Kennedy Jr. fan, and I did donate to that campaign, and would have voted for him if he'd have been on the ballot in Alabama. But of course, the man supported Trump, and I'm with him all the way. And I'm very excited about the country being run by people who are actually not having dementia. So, so that's going to be nice. So big day tomorrow, big night tonight. We wanted to reveal the Trump Triumph coin.
And this goes in line with our theme of coins.
So, and I believe I shared in the description, I shared the Airtable link that has all the coins that are currently available from Silver Vikings, and you can see it on the Airtable page.
But the one before this, right?
The one before this has, and I could maybe pull that up.
Is the day that they stormed the Capitol, right?
Yeah, that's right, January 6th. But you think about it, Lyle, that was January 6th, 2021. This is 2025, ladies and gentlemen.
Has it been that long since we did a coin?
It has been that. Well, no, I did some in between. What I did what we did in the middle are these.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
but it's been that long since we've done a political coin.
Yeah, since we did a political coin. So we started out. I mean, we cut our teeth on the COVID coin.
That's right.
And then we had this is one of my favorites right here. But and this was the January 6th.
Ooh, that's a rare find. That is a collector's item there.
That is a very rare coin. There's no question. That was done. So that was not as good of a process. So what we did there is you can print in what's called a dental resin or a refractory resin, and then you cast that resin in a refractory plaster, and then you do a burnout phase. Those burnouts have never worked for me. I've never been able to fully burn out the resin. And so what we did with the Trump Triumph coin is we took the printed model and we cast the rubber around it. I finally found a rubber that worked. And then it took me forever because the goal is now to cast a wax model from the rubber mold and then melt the wax out of a refractory casting. And I could not get a good wax casting. I finally got a rubber mold. I couldn't get a wax casting. I made 1,000, not quite 1,000, but probably 20 really bad. I don't know if you can see it, but really bad wax castings. And I need to stop sharing my screen. Hold on, got to find my mouse. Got to get it over here. There we go. Come over here and don't leave studio, but stop sharing. Okay, get me a little bit bigger. So there were just some really bad wax castings, and turned out I was using the wrong wax. I was using carving wax. I was using carving wax, and he needed to use this stuff. This stuff is beautiful. So then I finally was able to make wax models. Here they are. Here's one. Here's an example of a wax model. That's what it looks like. If it'll focus, it helps if I get my hand in front of it.
There.
Anyway, there's a wax model.
You can see it.
Yeah, and then you take the wax model, you cast it in the refractory, and that was that flask I showed you earlier, the homemade flask. You know, guys, there's something called a vacuum former that the real pros that make jewelry use, and I don't have a vacuum former machine, but I have spent so much money. I think I could have bought the vacuum former machine at this point because I don't have one, but maybe I should have. And I do have a vacuum chamber we use, and that helps sometimes when you're mixing up rubbers and stuff like that. But finally got that refractory casting and burned out the wax, and yonder. Oh, no, that's the bad one. Here, and this is the result. So congratulations, President Trump. Also congratulations on your meme coin. Dude.
I have his first press of his 999's fine coin that he released And so do
Yeah,
you.
so yes, the silver coin. Yes, he has a silver coin. Well, you know, he came out with a meme coin on Solana.
I did not know
One thing
that.
I'm asking Trump to do is bring back CapCut, please.
That's right. CapCut got banned today.
TikTok was restored. Did they lose their memory about CapCut? Is it not a thing anymore?
I guess they're just going to let CapCut sit out there in
I think it might be
pre-suspension land.
permanently banned. I don't think they're bringing it back.
I don't know. I'm out of the loop on CapCut.
CapCut is also CapCut is the best video editing software out there. Everybody uses it. But,
yes, like so many people use it
for
around
social media, especially. It's actually it's really great. But it's owned by the same company that owns.
Yeah,
it's owned by ByteDance.
ByteDance owns much more things than CapCut.
They're stealing your data.
It owns Lemon 8s and
and Boss VR produces his shows with CapCut, so he's.
Yeah, I still have access to CapCut. I just use a VPN.
So if it uses a VPN to get it. If anyone of the Trump team are watching this live stream right now, we need CapCut back for Boss VR, and we need it now, please.
No. I already have access to it.
Oh, he's got access to it. He's got a. Yeah, he's always. Don't worry about it, y'all.
Well, did you hear him? He's using a VPN.
He's using a VPN. My teenage son does the same thing to get around the blockers that his Christian school he goes to.
VPN.
Where does he get a VPN from?
I don't know.
It's in the App Store. Just look up VPN. You're just gonna have that key, the blue background with a key thing.
Key to key it out, right? To like cut you out. Maybe I should have done that so everybody doesn't see my messy office. But listen, I have a train.
That's right.
I have a train.
Hold up.
This is real life. You know, I love having a train. So I'm just going to check the YouTube comments real quick. Hey, people are here.
Who's here? Who we got?
Shout out to Q.
Q.
What's up, Q? Caddy Wampus is in here. He says nice pour. Shout out to Caddy Wampus.
Caddy.
Where's Caddy?
He's on YouTube. He's watching. And
why is he watching? He needs to be in here. Caddy,
good point.
He already told me he's not a big fan of being on. He likes being in the chat, and he'd rather be in the chat than be on the screen, and I understand that.
This chair's on.
This chair's on.
Yeah, Caddy won't.
Hey, I heard Mr. Beast, the YouTuber, he's offering to own TikTok.
Yeah, I heard about that, and I hope he doesn't get it. I'm not a big fan of Mr. Beast. There's something about the way he smiles that really kind of freaks me out. I don't know if y'all noticed this. He's got a big smile, but his eyes are like dead. Like I don't know. There's just something wrong about that guy. So I hope he sees this stream, and I hope you hear this, Mr. Beast. I'm talking to you right now. Smile with your eyes too, please. Come on, you're freaking me out.
Hey, a little update on the game. We're in the fourth quarter. 13 minutes left. 21-19.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a good game. So,
19.
With that,
show us, Lyle.
Okay, Boss VR is going off. I think that's our cue to bail out and head out. And I just want to thank everybody for showing up. Check the links. The links are in the description where you can see everything that's available from Silver Vikings. And you feel free to send us an email at silvervikingpours@gmail.com if you want to make an offer on anything. And I'll check the description, make sure everything's in there. If it's not, I'll put it in the comments. Thank you, Boss VR.
Hey,
thank you, Lyle, son of Lyle.
I got a closing comment.
Okay.
Closing comment.
All right, I'm peacing out, everyone. Have a great day. Goodbye. And
bye, Boss VR.
Boss VR is out.
Fire Mike Tomlin.
Hashtag fire Mike Tomlin. I second that.
Hashtag fire Mike Tomlin. Hashtag Auburn basketball, #1 in the country.
Listen, Auburn.
Right.
I love those guys.
Hey, Bruce Pearl. Hey,
Auburn.
maybe the next coin will be a commemorative Bruce Pearl coin for being the all-time winningest basketball coach
at Auburn history. I tell you what, if Auburn wins March Madness, even if they go to the Final Four, no, if they win, I'm making a Bruce Pearl Auburn coin.
Yes. We can get my daughter to be a vendor.
It'll take me a year and I'll make one.
Hey, she literally lives a block off Toomer's Corner.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
She could just walk outside, walk down the street, and pedal.
Hopefully, she'll be graduating one day, and then.
She wants to make it through one more football season.
I don't blame her. She wants the good one.
Her final semester is going to be fall of this year, and hopefully, because it's the first time in school history that they have not been able to beat Alabama in 4 consecutive years. So she figured she'd go 5th year since this will be her 5th year.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah. Love that coin.
Pretty good. Came up pretty good. Mr. Fantasy, any final words?
Hey, what? Go ahead, Mr. Fantasy.
Hey, War Eagle. Silver, go.
Silver. Hey, when are we going to auction some of those off? Take orders. How's that working?
Let's shoot an email to Matt Stacker, and we'll see if he'll have us on his show, and it's only money.
It's better than fiat.
It's better than fiat. That's what I love about silver. When you're spending your money and your significant other tells you you're spending all our money on silver, you just tell her, look, silver is money.
Right.
I'm not spending money. I'm trading a bad form of money for a good form of money. You're welcome.
Right.
Yep. There you go. That's right. All right. Hey, happy New Year to everyone out there in the silver forums and Silverland.
That's right.
So glad
we're still around.
Community. Yep.
We're
a little older. We're a little grayer.
A little skinnier.
Somehow we're a little better looking.
I know
Don't
it.
end the stream quite yet.
Oh, it's ending.
It's ending.
It's ending. Say bye.
Bye.
All right.
Bye. Love y'all. Thanks for everything.